During a Thursday press briefing, White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre was asked about President Biden's student loan forgiveness announcement. Biden on Wednesday announced his wide-scale student loan forgiveness plan, including canceling up to $20,000 of debt per borrower and an extension of the payment pause. Jean-Pierre was specifically asked if the White House was concerned that the plan potentially, quote, put more vulnerable Democrats in a tough spot ahead of the midterms. Jean-Pierre pointed to recent polling regarding student debt cancellation and said, quote, the majority of Americans approve of this targeted approach.
The more political question too, following up, my colleague quoted Tim Ryan in Ohio. What a lot of the Democrats have in common, those who've been pushing back and sort of distancing themselves from this announcement, what they have in common is that they're pretty vulnerable politically, or they're in tough political races. Are you guys worried that you might have put more vulnerable Democrats in a tough spot, that you could have risked some of these races in November?
So, as you know, I can't get into politics from here, so I have to be very, very careful. I do want to talk through some polling. So if you look at the targeted student loan forgiveness, that the announcement that you heard from the Department of Education and the President, it's popular amongst American people. 3 recent polls show that the President's proposal, the $10,000K forgiven, is supported by a majority of Americans. A couple of polls. The Morning Consult political poll in June among 2,006 registered voters found 51% support for giving $10,000. NPR, a survey of 1,022 adults conducted last month, found 55% of respondents back the cancellation of up to $10,000. The Economist YouGov survey of 1,500 adults in July found 51% of Americans are in favor of that threshold. So their majority of Americans approve of this targeted approach that you heard from this administration, and I think that matters. Again, I'm not going to get into politics and to what is the next several weeks are going to look like as the elections play out, but I can speak to the popularity of what we did, the importance of what we did, how this is going to help struggling families, and that has always been the plan of this president, especially as we look at the economy and making sure that we do not leave anybody behind. Go ahead.